Hello, I'm Terry Hartley at Rustic Barn Cards. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. And yes, this is Tuesday at 1, and I'm usually live every Tuesday at 1 p.m. Central Time. But as I mentioned last week, I would not be able to today. I'm on the road picking up a granddaughter and taking her to an appointment. So instead, I am recording this video ahead of time to share with you. And I have a fun and quick card today because we all need quick cards, right? And I'm going to be using the stamp set Turtle Friends. And this is such a cute stamp set. You make happy birthday, you're turtly loved, it's time to celebrate, happy belated birthday, and forever friends, hello little one, and you even have a bow tie, some hearts, a hat, a bird, some smaller turtles along with a large turtle, and then some little squiggly lines, and this does come as a bundle with a punch. So as I was saying, this does come as a bundle. Right now, the bundle is on back order till November 15th. You are able to order the stamp set by itself, but it's the punch that is on back order. So if you wanted this as a bundle, you'll need to wait till a couple weeks, and then it will be back. So I'm going to go ahead and share this card with you. But before I do, I want to tell you about a new online class that I'm going to have. And this is going to be on Zoom. Hope you can join me for some crafty fun. This will be December 3rd from 6 to 8 p.m. And you can check out more information and you can register and sign up for the class at rusticbarncards.com. So you will receive, the class fee is $45, and you will receive a package of the wonderful gems. You'll receive a full package of the gingerbread and peppermint designer series paper. You will receive a full roll of the real red double stitched satin ribbon. And that is a mouthful, isn't it? You also will receive 2 mini paper pumpkin boxes. And this will be all mailed to your house along with cardstock to make 6 tags and 2 gift card holders. And we will also decorate our paper pumpkin mini boxes during the class on December 3rd. From 6 to 8 on Zoom. Now, I'm going to be using the stamp set Perfectly Plaid. If you do not have this stamp set, I have it so you can add it on to the class fee. I'm also going to be using the Pine Tree Punch. So if you do not have this punch and you would like to add that onto your class fee, you can do that over on my website at rusticbarncards.com. There's more information over there. So again, shipping is included, and you'll receive the gems, full package of designer series paper, 2 paper pumpkin boxes, a full roll of ribbon, and cardstock to make 6 tags, and cardstock for the 2 gift card holders. And I think it's a perfect time, December 3rd, right before, a few weeks before Christmas. We all need tags for our Christmas presents, and also sometimes we give gift cards, so this will be perfect for that too. So I hope you can join me. And today I'm going to be using designer series paper from our 2021-2023 in color designer series paper, and I'm going to be using soft succulent. I'm also going to be using an embossing folder, Wintry 3D, and I'm going to be using the one that has the branches. and using some gems, and we're going to be using our Memento Black ink, Soft Succulent, and Bumblebee. So let's go ahead and get started and make our card. So we're going to start with our card base, and it is 8.5 by 5.5, and I've just folded it in half, and then just going ahead and give it a good crease on both sides. And then I've chosen the Designer Series paper, Soft Succulent, and we could use either side, and sometimes it's really difficult to decide which side to use. And this is cut at 5 1/4 by 4. So I've added some adhesive, and I'm going to place our Designer Series paper right on top of our card base. So sometimes when you need a quick card, it's good to have a few ideas to go to. Just going to straighten it up a little bit. Then I'll press it down. I'm going to lay this aside, and I'm going to bring in a piece of Soft Succulent that's cut at 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. And then I'm going to bring in a Basic White that is cut at 3 by 3. And we are going to we're going to use an embossing folder on this. So we're going to go ahead and bring in our Wintry 3D embossing folder with the branches. And you can kind of decide where you want to place this, since we're not using it. It won't be covering up the entire embossing folder. So I'm going to place that about right there. Let's bring in our mini cut and emboss machine. So I have plate 1, and then I'm going to lay my folder with the folded side going toward the cut and emboss machine. This is the open side here. And then I have plate 4 that I'm going to place on top. So that's our sandwich. And I'm going to hang on to the top, and I'm just going to go ahead, get it started here. And we'll just run this through. Move this out of the way. And isn't that pretty? And you can use either side. I'm just going to lay this aside right here and bring in a scrap of Soft Succulent. And I'm going to bring in our turtle. And I'm going to stamp the turtle in Soft Succulent. So I'm going to stamp Soft Succulent on top of the cardstock. So I'll go ahead and ink up our turtle. Straight down, straight up, and then I'm going to bring in the shell. I'm going to go ahead and ink up the shell. And then I'm going to place it right there. And I'm finished with the ink, this particular ink, so I'm going to close that up. And then I'm going to bring in our punch. And we will line up our little turtle. And punch him out, which is really easy. And then I'm going to bring this back because I just kind of want to see if I want to place the turtle on this side of the embossed or on this side. And I think I want to place him right here. But you know what I forgot is that I needed to stamp something before I ran it through the embossing. So let me go back and grab another 3x3. So I'm going to take the 3x3 because you want to stamp first. I mean, and I'll show you the difference because I will go ahead and stamp on this. I'm going to bring our bumblebee. So you want to stamp before you run the cardstock through the embossing embossing machine. So I'm going to bring in our little bird, and I'm going to stamp him in the lower right-hand corner. I'm going to ink him up again, and I'll show you. And it may work, but I like to. And as you can see, you can't really see the bird that well. So I stamped after I embossed. And now I'm going to emboss, and you'll see that it's much better. So it is a quick card, but it takes a little bit longer if you don't follow the right steps, right? So we stamped the bird on our cardstock first. And now we're going to go ahead and emboss that 3x3 basic white square. And there is our bird. And you can see him much better than the one that I tried to stamp after I already embossed. So you want to stamp first and then do your embossing. I'm going to bring in a strip of basic white that is 3/4 by 3, and we are going to stamp our sentiment. You are truly loved. And I do have another card to share with you if you stay with me to the end. Now, I didn't go ahead and add this stamp to my block, and I want to just show you how I line it up using the grid paper. And then I'm able to just pick up my stamp that way, and it's generally straight. So we are going to test that out, and we'll bring in our Memento Tuxedo Black, and I'll ink that up, and then we will just practice to make sure that it's straight. And that's not straight, so let's see if all right, let's see if I can. Straight down and straight up. And there we go. And that is good. So now I'm going to bring in our succulent, and we're going to be ready to add our basic white square, 3x3. Let's add some adhesive. And we will line this up. And I'm going to pop him up on the card. So I have 5 dimensionals. I always like to put one in the middle so it doesn't sag. I'm going to turn this around, and I'm going to put it about just a little bit, not in the middle. I'm going to bring it down just a little bit because I'm going to have my sentiment at the top. And I want to make sure there's room for that. Okay. And now we're going to pop up our turtle. So I've added 4 dimensionals. You could put some mini on the feet if you wanted to. I'm just going to go ahead and pop our little turtle up in the middle. And then we're going to pop up our You Are Truly Loved and add some gems. And then our card will be finished after we add some embellishments. And then I have one more card. that is pretty much the same, only I just used different designer series paper in different colors. And then I'm going to place this right over to on the edge. You are totally loved. Isn't that cute? I think that's such a cute saying. I'm going to bring in our gems, or in color gems, and I'm going to go ahead, and I know this, we use Bumblebee, and I have Pale Papaya gems, or I could use the Soft Succulent gems, but I think I'm going to go ahead and use the Pale Papaya, which isn't exactly, and I could have stamped the bird in Pale Papaya if I wanted to, but I'm going to go ahead and just kind of add the Pale Papaya gems, I think, or dots, I think they're called. So here is our card, You Are Totally Loved, and let's bring in our envelope and stamp a little turtle on that. So I'm going to bring in our Soft Succulent, and here's our card in the down in the right hand corner. And I'm going to bring in this one of the smaller. We have two smaller turtles in our stamp set. So I just chose one of those. To add to our envelope. And here we have a quick card that someone would love to receive. And my second card that I wanted to show you is that here I used Garden Green, and the designer series paper is from Heartwarming Hugs, which is in the mini catalog. And I did use some embellishments that are not current right now with the little hearts, but I just thought I had some extra left over, and I just thought that was cute. So here are the two cards today. Let me know if you like this card. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe by clicking that subscribe button. And if you share my video, that helps me grow my channel. And again, I'm Terry Hartley at Rustic Barn Cards. My online class in December. Check it out at rusticbarncards.com. Have a great week. I'll be back next Tuesday live at 1 p.m. Central. Thank you for watching.